What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning George Arias. George Arias is a Dominican-born fighter that has a resemblance of Muhammad Ali. When you look at him, that's who you may think of. Actually, he looks like one of his sons, to be honest. But he's 28 years old, and he is 16-0, 7 knockouts. But he fights like Joe Frazier, okay? And secondly, the Bronx-based fighter is in the ring, and there is a nod to smoking Joe Frazier in the way he fights. He says, "I love the Joe Frazier style. I was only told one time to do that, and then it felt proper," Arias said. Arias, of course, is unbeaten. He made his professional debut in 2014. Is not about to start comparing himself to Ali or Frazier, but it gives him an interesting narrative to make his career one worth keeping an eye on. Arias, while keen to being an entertainer, is maturing to a level where he knows that sometimes you have to do whatever it takes to win. You want to believe that you are an entertainer, but the reality is I've been in fights where they were tougher than you anticipate. And in these moments, you realize, I just got to win. He laughed. He said, "A lot of these times, as much as you want to entertain, you cannot let the crowd dictate the pace. That's something I learned. A boo is a boo, but at the end, you get your win. It is over. I think as much as you want to entertain as a competitor, you want to do everything in your power to win. If you know someone has power, then you want to avoid their power and you just want to jab them. That's boxing." Of course, a 6-round war against Ruslan Shamalov in his 6th fight dropped while conceding a near 60-pound weight difference to Mario Heredia on the deck again in May of 2019 against Keith Barr, has Arias juggling the acts of brawler versus boxer. Now, this particular fighter, he is a young fighter. I think he's like pretty much a little bit under the level as like Frank Sanchez, you know, and the Cuban Flash. But since he does have a following, since he does have a resemblance of Muhammad Ali, and he fights like smoking Joe Frazier, he's calling out all the big dogs. He wants to eventually fight guys like Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury. And if he keeps working himself up, he will get that, okay? If you look at him, you know, a lot of these guys compare him to Muhammad Ali or whatnot. He does look a lot like Muhammad Ali visited DR at once upon a time, and there you go. But no, I've seen a couple of his fights, and he does have a nice brawling style. I just question his chin and his experience at this level. Of course, everybody wants to call out the big dogs. What do I say about him calling out people like Anthony Joshua and Tyson, the Gypsy King Fury? Get in line, okay? Because there's so many people at this point. You have Alexander Usyk. You have Charles Martin. You have even Trevor Bryant. You have these guys that are making themselves, Joe Joyce is another one, that's making themselves available and qualified. That's the word, qualified to fight these two fighters. So again, young, hot prospect. Look out for this guy. He's calling out the big boys, but he has to go, and there's levels to this. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think about George Arias, or Jorge Arias. Of course, please subscribe, and you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.